Tonight I wanna see the bright lights over me. Show me something magical, something beautiful. Come and take me higher, set my world on fire tonight, tonight. Show me everything I want and more. You take me right around the world. Now I'm feeling tonight, got me feeling so right. Best of the good life.
This week on Top Billing, we celebrate Tumisho Masha's 40th with a star-studded Great Gatsby-themed birthday party. Visit inspirational Paralympian Ilse Hayes on the track and at home as she preps for the Rio Games. Get whipped into shape by fitness bunny Sbahle Mpisane, SA's workout queen of Instagram. Go behind the scenes of the new music video Breathing from Clegg and rising star Shekhinah. Share in actor Clint Brink's big day as he marries the model of his dreams, former Miss Namibia Steffi. And your presenter tonight, NGUEMA-METOULE, comes to you from a Gauteng home built in the 60s and renovated by architect Joe van Rooyen to become a fresh modern space with views for days.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Top Billing. Tonight's show kicks off with a bang as we attend the star-studded Great Gatsby-themed birthday bash of actor Tumisho Masha. Many of you will remember Tumisho as part of our Top Billing family, and today we get to see how he celebrates his fabulous 40s in the style of the roaring 20s.
With a TV career that spans 2 decades, Tumisho spent 5 years working as a presenter for Top Billing, where he was known as a thrill-seeker with a natural sense of humor.
That was the most fun I've ever had, with my clothes on, of course.
Comedian Trevor Noah was a perfect sparring partner.
I'll tell my friends I was on Top Billing, and then they'll say, "Oh wow, where did you go?" And I'll say I went somewhere to the bush and Tumisho shot me. And they'll be like, "You got a raw deal."
Tumisho grabbed every assignment he was given by the horns, especially those that fueled his adrenaline.
Whoa! That was awesome! But I got sand in my mouth, in my nose, in my ears. I'm not even going to mention the other places.
Drawn to good times and good food, Tumisho shared experiences like fishing the Mozambican coast with actors Emmanuel Castus and Brandon Oretz.
We saw the fish, we caught the fish, and now we eat the fish. That's the ultimate boys' holiday.
Okay, guys. Bon appetit.
Hey, bon appetit.
He's actually turning 41, but throwing a Great Gatsby-themed 40th celebration as he never got to do it last year, due to the birth of his beautiful baby daughter, Zinati.
I can't believe the last time we spoke to you, you were about to be a dad.
She wasn't even here yet.
I know, and now
she is.
she's here.
A year later. Say hello,
How cute are you?
Say I look just like my daddy.
No, she does. She does. She does look like daddy. What's it like being a father? Like new dad, new family.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is the greatest gift I could ever have gotten, especially for my birthday. Little Zinati has been the greatest blessing of my entire life.
Whose personality is she like?
I think she's a bit of both of us.
She looks a lot like you, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. She's got her mom's calmness, and then when the music starts playing, she dances. So she's got my party spirit.
Like daddy.
Yes, exactly. There you go to Auntie Lorna.
Tumisho, between you and I, they say life begins at 40. Tell me, buddy, like...
Apparently it does. There's something about turning 40, you realize that your life is not coming to an end. It's actually just beginning. I've got a lot more energy now. I think I'm more grateful for the smallest little things that come my way. And I feel like I've got a lot more love to give as well.
I think we have a little TV presenter here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so, definitely.
I think we have a TV presenter.
A lineup of beautiful vintage Porsches perfectly matched the glamorous mood of the event, held at the clubhouse at Staines City in Johannesburg.
Richard, I must tell you, the Great Gatsby is one of my favorite themes. How did you interpret it in terms of what Tumisho wanted for his 40th?
Oh, look, you know, the Gatsby is a very popular theme at the moment. It's very lavish, very elegant. So what we did is we incorporated your standard elements, you know, your blacks, your whites, your feathers, your your pearls, your beads, that kind of thing. And we gave it a bit of a gold effect, you know, just to bring out the masculinity for Tumisho. Obviously, he's a big, strong man, and we've got to make it beautiful and powerful, I believe.
Tumisho's guest list read like a who's who in South Africa, thanks to all the celebs he's met while working in the entertainment industry.
40th, absolutely amazing. What can we look forward to this evening?
You can look forward to the MASH. I mean, the MASH will come out. The MASH loves party, loves a great party. He loves entertainment, he loves glitz and glamour, and he just loves a good time. So definitely going to be awesome tonight.
What was Tumisho like growing up?
Tumisho has always been on the top, very entertaining, very funny, very energetic. This reminds me of all the reports that I used to get from primary school where they would say, your son is restless. Just try and calm him down. That was Tumisho, and he's still the same.
Tell me about your relationship with Tumisho. I mean, you've known him from your acting days, and he's come far.
Secretly, actually, what a lot of people don't know is that I've known Tumisho since I was about 18 years old.
Wow.
So he's been like a big brother to me since I was 18. So he's been there all the time. I think what he's achieved in this industry, you know, has been so amazing for the rest of us coming up behind him. He's opened doors, he's done amazing work, so I'm really proud of him.
He was on top billing, right? In the old days, all suave. Then I used to watch him in Isidingo. You know, as a young actor kid, I was like, oh, one day I want to be like him. And now we're very good friends. I'm so glad I made the nod.
Yeah, I suppose I've known Tumisho since he started his desire for acting. When we used to make home videos, we made a movie called I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. But really the growing really happened when we were now on our own, away from our parents in England.
So Tumisho's actually 11 years older than me, if you can or can't believe it. So, I mean, as much as he's much older than me, as much as I've looked up to him, he's always been like in boarding school or in London, all these great things. So when he reached 40, the first message I sent to him is like, Ugugile, like you are old, bruh. You know, you've always been old my whole life, but now you're 40. Like, you're like my parents' age, basically. You're past, like, you're old. But I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of my brother and everything that he's done.
Tumisho and I have sat and have had conversations till 5 in the morning. And then I was fortunate enough to work with him on his Sibaya. He played my very dirty scoundrel husband. And we had the most fun ever. I'm so honored to have been able to share a part of my life with his, to have witnessed his journey.
How amazing is today? 40, a big number.
Yeah, man. I think more than anything else that's humbling for me is just the people that came out to show love to him, you know, tonight. So it's a reflection of who he is and the personality that he is and just how much people value him, you know. So I think it's a great thing.
.com wasn't just there as a guest. He also got the party going with his performance.
I didn't actually realize 40 was so amazing.
I didn't either, especially the second time round. Thanks for coming, guys. I had a great time. Thank you, everybody who made this possible. To my family, my friends, I love you guys. Thank you for the love and support over all the years. Top billing, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you so much.
His special gift from Top Billing, a framed copy of 2 of his magazine covers. Thanks for sharing your sense of humor and personality, bringing the best of the good life.
Tumisho, we'd like to think you learned how to celebrate in style during your time right here at Top Billing, but the truth is you've always had it. Here's to many more happy birthdays.
Up next, we're on set with Clegg and Shekhinah for their new music video. And inspirational Paralympian Ilse Hayes is going for gold in Rio.
A man who's continuing his father's legacy for musical talent is singer-songwriter Clegg. Together with former reality show contestant turned pop princess Shekhinah, these two are making sweet music.
Make it out of here, my love. Fall into the stars above. I know you're tired, you've had enough. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing.
I was actually in the States on tour, and I heard her song with Carl Deutsch, Back to the Beach. And I just thought she had an amazing voice and an amazing vibe. And I already had the song. I just thought, wow, it'd be amazing to to get that emotional quality on this song, it would just really work. So I just phoned her up and she was psyched to do it. I went quite a new direction for this album. You know, I kind of went more electronic, less organic elements, less guitar elements, and I just wanted to try something new, and it was basically an experiment, and it was an incredibly creative time for me.
Jessie, you and Shekhinah's styles are completely different. So when you were writing the song, did you sort of meet halfway between your two different genres?
The first version of the song was just me on the vocals, but I think it really came together when she came in and she sang the harmonies, and she has an amazing sense of harmony, and she got it instantly. I mean, you weren't even in there very long. It was like, well, you sang it quicker than I sang it.
No, but it was beautiful. Yeah. That's the thing. It was easy to fit on top, and I don't know how to explain that with words, but it really was easy to just feel the song.
Well, the set behind you looks amazing. Who is producing the music video, and what can we expect?
Well, the music video is being directed by Quentin Lavery. It's basically a performance video. The song has a lot of interplay between light and dark, and the inside and the outside, happy and sad, and there's a lot of juxtaposition in the song. So that we wanted to play with lighting and play with darkness and light.
What is Breathing about?
The song is about two people trying to find their way out of a difficult situation.
For me, I felt like it was motivating. Stay with your man, boo. Stay with your, do something that's gonna stick. Work through it. Yeah.
It's always great to see talented South Africans shining bright. Speaking of which, spring is here, and with it comes the sun. To help you get your body beach ready, we're taking pointers from the pros on how they stay in shape, starting with a very inspiring Paralympic sprinter, Ilse Hayes.
But it is going to be the South African Ilse Hayes who's going to take on the line. It is Keita of France who comes in second position.
At the last Paralympic Games in London in 2012, Ilse achieved a silver medal for a 100-meter sprint and a gold for her world-class long jump. Now the talented track star is set for more golden glory in Rio.
Well, Ilse is quite obviously an incredible athlete. What is it about her that sets her apart?
Yes, I think I've been lucky enough to know Ilse for the last 10, 12 years, and to see the journey and how she grows. And I think the one thing that always stood out for me is her incredible self-discipline. But I think the other thing is like the ability actually to see the challenges and grow from that and become better and better and better. And I think her performances has shown that later in her life, she's running the best times. It's just challenging yourself every time to be better.
How important is training at this stage? Are you intensifying just before the Games?
Physically, the training is important, but it's actually more about rest and recovery and getting your body at the ultimate stage where you actually can produce that best performance specifically for the sprinters. So you need to rest enough to hit that ultimate level. And then the psychological part, the mindset, and it's becoming more and more important to set yourself up for the Games.
Fortunately, a sense of determination against all odds is something Ilse developed from an early age.
What an incredible training ground.
I know, welcome to my office. Yeah, beautiful mountains, yeah, so it's awesome training here.
Lovely office indeed. Well, you suffer from Stargardt's, which can be a very debilitating condition, and yet you've turned it into a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I was diagnosed when I was 11 years old. It's a condition that affects your central vision. But something that really helped me was my parents. You know, they didn't treat me any different after I was diagnosed. So, yeah, and I think that just overlaid, you know, like with how I want people to treat me. I didn't want anyone to treat me any different. So I think, yeah, it built my character. And obviously, life is about choices, you know, so I had a choice to go sit in the corner and feel sorry for myself. But I'd rather stick with the route that God wouldn't put something on your path that you couldn't handle.
What are the implications on the track and in your daily life?
Yeah, I mean, athletics-wise, it's more environmental issues. For example, I would need to rely on my coach or training mates to help me keep the track clear. Because if someone crosses the track, they go out of my sight, and all of a sudden when I'm like a meter away from them, they kind of reappear, and then I get a fright. With the Stargardt disease, my eyes are very light sensitive, so that's why I always run and train with glasses. All these things, you know, just like build my character, and I think in daily life, implications is that I won't be able to get a driver's license. I won't be able to pass the eye test, and my personality is of such a nature to be independent, and that just causes me to be dependent on people. But at the end of the day, it just makes me a stronger person.
Something else that helps give her strength is the love and support of her biggest fan, CARSTENS, her high school sweetheart and now husband of 7 years.
Nice to meet you, Cassie. Well, listen, I've just spent some time with your wife on the track, and she is incredible, seriously impressive.
She's amazing on the track and off the track.
He's got to say that. But hey, you guys, are you guys hungry? I can dish up a salad for us.
A salad? Okay.
You'll change your mind after you've tasted it. While she's busy, I've got a few things in the back there, which I can show you that I've set up.
Cool,
yeah.
Love to.
To date, Ilse's competed at 3 Paralympic Games and brought home a total of 2 golds, 2 silvers and a bronze. CASSIE is justifiably proud.
Proud is an understatement. And if you look at the way she conducts her daily life and what she does, she still inspires me. If you look back in where we met 2004, we had an inter-schools match between Paul Gym and Paul Boys. And half-time it was raining, and she said she wants to go sit in the car because she doesn't want to get sick. And I thought, well, you know, this is the big game. Why do you want to do this? And she said, no, she does a bit of athletics and they've got a competition around the corner. And it's only afterwards that I learned that she's going to the Paralympics, which I suppose points to humbleness. At the 2004 Greece Games, she just snuck through on the last sort of 5 meters of the 400 meters and won bronze. And on our second date after the inter-schools match, the medal winners got invited to Sun City, and I got to go along with, and I suppose from there it was history.
Ilse's other achievements include 2 golds at the IBC Athletic World Champs in 2011 for a 5.8-meter long jump and a 12.49-second 100-meter sprint.
Of course, there's that lovely picture of Madiba. I'm sure there's a great story behind that.
Of all the pictures she's got, that is one of the favorites, one she cherishes the most. Obviously, the world knows what he stood for and all the good that he's done. She absolutely adores what he did.
Thanks to a degree in sports science from Stellenbosch University, Ilse knows the importance of healthy eating, and by the look of the salad she's prepared, how to ensure it's delicious too.
Ilse, nutrition is obviously a very important factor in your training.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You know, I'm always of the opinion whatever you put into your body is the result that you're going to get out of it. And also for us, it's really important to have recovery, either a shake or meal straight after training. You know, like within like the first 30 minutes. As much as you put like all the effort onto the track, you know, like in your training or your gym training, it's really important to get your nutrition up to standard as well.
Well, your husband is quite clearly very proud of you. How important is your family support?
It's really important, you know. I'm really privileged to have a husband, you know, that he's there in the lows, he's there in the highs, he's there every step of the way. I don't think you can go on this journey without loved ones, without people that, you know, believe in you. Yeah, just have fun together. I'm really blessed.
Well, I know I speak for the entire South Africa when I say we're so very proud of you and we're behind you all the way. So go over there and do your best and bring back the gold, why not?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for the support. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I'm just going to go out there and to live my dream, you know, and to go and have fun. That's really important, to have fun.
Well, here's to your dream and this lovely salad.
Enjoy.
While Ilse's got the support of her family, she can count on the support of our nation too.
Ilse, you're an absolute inspiration, and we wish you the best of luck at the upcoming Paralympic Games in Rio. We know you'll make us proud.
Coming up, we blast the kilojoules with fitness bunny Sbahle Mpisane. Lace and the colours of Africa dominate fashion headlines. We explore our home with breathtaking city views and attend the wedding of actor Clint Brink.
The undisputed queen of South African fashion, designer MARIANNE has been wowing crowds at Fashion Week for years. And this time around, her beautifully detailed spring-summer collection was no different.
Marianne's vision was of vintage military clothing in a playful interaction with prints. At times, it's also rich in luxe details with lace and embroidery.
You usually create such playful designs, but this time around there was quite a deep meaning.
Yes, of course, I'm actually quite serious as a designer because I think one has to convey messages. But this was an anti-violence statement, but those themes are eternal in my work. I often have camouflage. I always have tulle. But what was really unique here was craftsmanship in the assembling of the camouflage and using vintage jackets and unpacking them and doing other things with them, especially the camouflage tulle dress. I can see you in that.
I loved it. The one that the Asian girl was wearing was absolutely beautiful.
Yes, that's it.
I believe your design team was involved in your design of the fabrics.
So we created our own fabrics. We always sort of craft fabrics, but this is the first time that we actually started the process with cutting flowers, sticking them on paper, having them sort of recreated in a format that we could actually print them on fabrics. So all the prints that you saw, except for one or two, were created by us.
You don't usually follow trends, but what can we look out for from a Marianne perspective?
Well, I hope that I'm a little bit anti-trend, but the trend would be the floral. It would be a little bit of camouflage. The colors certainly in this sort of sweet watermelon pinks, the olivey greens, but lace is big. So that's why we printed on lace. We did all sorts of things with lace.
The African designer's spring-summer love affair with lace continued in a collection by Angolan designer SORAYA da PIEDADE. The dresses with a theme of yellow are ideal summer wear when stepping out for lunch with an easy sense of class and glamour.
Tell us about the item that we see in front of us in your collection.
My brand is like more ladylike style, so it's like more princess style and the laces and some blings. I like so much of colors, and for this edition I thought of bring colors for the spring-summer.
Another dazzling African collection was by Gabonese designer NGUEMA-METOULE.
My collection is about a journey for women to Africa. It means she goes from the north of Africa to the central of Africa. So it's a travel for these ladies in the 90s. So it's lots of pop colors and stuff like that. So you will see different colors, from brown colors to the sand colors from the north, to the blue and bogolon fabrics from the West African, and lots of colorful like forest kind of flowers from Central Africa. So it's a journey through Africa.
David Klale threw what was described as a solid monochromatic art party in black and white.
Dave, congratulations on a fantastic show. Absolutely exquisite. What inspired the textures, the colors, the fabrics, the line?
The inspiration comes from a collaboration with an amazing artist, Jean Duplessis, who developed, actually it's his artwork that really inspired me to create this collection this season, and also just to celebrate proudly South African talent and creativity.
David's protégés made their mark in a week of collections. His forward-looking internship program is a picture of the direction fashion will take in the next few years.
Now, you had a show with the interns where you actually gave them a platform. What is it that you learned from them? Because I know that they certainly learned a lot from you.
I've learned a lot from the interns, that they inspire me. They evoke my creativity, even if I got to my comfort zone. You know, there's that time which, like, as an artist, like, if I do this, I know it will work. But now I have competition in my office, which is my interns. That pushed me to actually step up my game.
There was precision, technique, and immense creativity on show.
I think African fashion, what it does, it keeps us from not going to Venice and Italy and all these places and say, let's look into our own inventory in Africa. Because, you know, you look at what we've produced in the past couple of years, I don't understand why people go shop overseas. Well, you got shows like this that should be hitting Vogue, that should be hitting top billing. You got us coming out here, you got the best media on the platform, you got the best designers, David Klale, ladies and gentlemen, he's in a league of his own.
Designers came from the Congo, Rwanda, Tanzania, Nigeria, and Kenya, showing a continent brimming with style and confidence.
Many of us post the odd post-workout pic to social media, but one woman, South Africa's favorite fitness bunny, is hard at work turning these pics into an empire. So, who's ready to sweat with Sbahle Mpisane?
When Durban student and fitness instructor Sbahle started posting about fitness on her Instagram account, she never imagined she'd end up with a massive following and serve as an inspiration for women across the country to start eating mindfully while burning more kilojoules.
It makes perfect sense that you brought us to this iconic Durban landmark, because am I right that Fitness Bunny is all about taking your surroundings, doing a workout, and you basically make fitness accessible for people?
Yes, it is. I love the space. This is my favorite sport right now, and I feel like this encourages me to just work out more, you know. Look how beautiful it is. You got the nice view. It's perfect, and you guys can just always work out anywhere you want, you know. So it's a beautiful place to work in, and Durban has so many beautiful places as well, which makes it just perfect.
Were you taken by surprise when all these people followed you and they loved what you were doing?
It did. I wasn't ready for it. To be honest, when I started my Instagram, I was just like, I don't know, what's my purpose? Why am I starting it? You know, I've never been about taking pictures. I don't like taking pictures. So I was like, okay, let me just post everything about fitness and health, which is something I like. And it just ranges from 0 followers to a point where I'm like, my followers are growing by 1,000 every day. It's pretty hectic, and I just love that I'm doing something good for people. I'm showing people, I'm encouraging people, and it encourages me as well.
And it's no excuses, right? We can work out wherever we are.
I know a lot of people say, oh, I can't go to gym, I work late hours. You always can make time, you know. If you can watch TV, I feel like you can also make time to work out. You know, you can work out while watching your TV, you can work out outside, you can work out in your background, in your bedroom, anywhere. You don't have to be at gym.
So, what is step 1 in creating a killer Instagram workout?
So step 1 is to look around at what's around your whole environment. Use the things around you. Like today, we're going to be working with the steps. There's some floor work you can do here as well. You know, you can always work around with what you have around you. What we're going to do first is we're going to run up, okay? And then we're going to run down. And then we're going to alternate. As soon as we get here, we go up again, alternating. So on the same step, yes. Perfect.
Like that?
Yeah. And then we're going to go down again, and then we're going to come here. We're going to do our lunges, which is good for your glutes, you know. So while you're doing it, take your time, breathe in and out, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, and go. And then you stop around. Are you ready to go down? And 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Well done!
Aside from aerobic workouts, Sbahle is also keen on martial arts and loves outdoor activities like surfing and quad biking.
Whew, okay, so I've got all the moves down. I think it's time for us to film it and put it on Instagram. And I don't know if you know this, but us top billing presenters are actually really good at camera work too. So hand it over.
Pretty excited, okay. So what you must do is you must keep it running throughout the workout, and you must make sure you get all my right angles. Okay.
If you aren't following her already and would like to watch her inspirational workout videos, you can find her on Instagram at Sbahle_Mpisane. To date, she's got over 300,000 followers.
Woo! Fitness Bunny killed me. That was amazing. So there you have it, the top billing Fitness Bunny workout.
Yeah. With their workout in the bag, it was time for the girls to refuel with a healthy, balanced meal at a popular health cafe.
Fitness and nutrition go hand in hand when you're trying to achieve a balanced lifestyle. How important is it for you to eat healthy?
I always tell people it's important for you to eat right, for you to achieve the body you want, and for me to maintain my physique as well, being thick and fit at the same time. So I always double check everything I'm eating. So it all starts in the kitchen for me. It's very important. Everything I do is always starts in the kitchen.
What advice do you have for someone like me that's constantly on the go?
Have something in your car, something in your bag that's healthy, like biltong. I love buying biltong. I buy nuts. I always have my protein shake in my car, and planning your meals throughout the day. That's what I do most of the time, you know, just plan everything. I'm gonna snack at this time, eat this, eat that. So I never get hungry as well, you know, because I'm constantly snacking on something.
Healthy spots such as this one are popping up all over the place. Which specific ingredients do you look for when you're ordering a meal?
Always make sure whatever I order, my meal is balanced. Like if you look at my meal now, I've got my protein, which is the chicken, I've got the noodles, which is my carbs, I've got the veggies. So everything, whatever I eat, I always make sure my plate consists of protein, a little bit of carbs, and my veggies.
And have I made a good choice?
Yes, you have. Actually, I love your food. I think we should just swap everything around.
Listen, I cannot stare at this food any longer. I've got to eat it. Let's get in here.
While Sbahle herself is an inspiration, she draws her own strength from successful, body-confident women like Serena Williams, as well as her own followers who tell her how she's motivated them.
How has health and fitness changed your life?
Health and fitness for me has changed my life in so many ways, starting from, you know, my confidence as a person, as a woman with curves, and just appreciating my curves, appreciating who I am and accepting that I am who I am and breaking out of the society norms as well.
And the power of social media. I mean, there's ladies behind us who are already here getting ready for your boot camp, so you're literally bringing people together.
When I first started what I'm doing now, it was a matter of encouraging women to just love themselves, to take care of themselves and to embrace their beautiful curves, especially as an African woman. I've accepted that this is who I am. This is my body. I have hips, I have a bum. So it's just a nice thing to encourage women to see that just because you are thick doesn't mean you're not beautiful.
Her boot camps now run on a weekly basis in Durban, with more and more women joining in for every session, thanks to the power of word of mouth as well as social media.
So ladies, how has Sbahle inspired you guys to live your best lives, to get healthy and get fit?
She's inspired me to change my life and, you know, to acquire some physical fitness. And she's such a phenomenal woman. She's an exceptional woman, and I really look up to her. And I was tired of like envying her, and I was like, you know, I want this for me. And you know, she's inspired me in that way.
She is so patient with us, you know, and we're so thankful. All the girls, I'm sure, are so thankful to her. And we're getting fit, getting all those summer bodies.
She has inspired me by eating healthy food, taking your exercise seriously. Every Thursday, I make sure that I come for Thursday Warriors. And even though I'm quite thin, I take my body serious. I always exercise.
So there you have it. There's no excuse not to get off the couch and work out wherever you are. Fitness bunny Sbahle Mpisane is living proof.
Next up, we explore a 60s house built on a copy and now converted into a modern family home with stunning city views.
When architect Joe van Rooyen was asked to convert a 60s-style home into a fresh space that made the most of its scenic surroundings, he didn't hesitate taking up the challenge. The result, a beautiful modern home overlooking a nature reserve in the heart of Johannesburg.
As a busy cardiac anaesthetist, owner Dr. Runette Steyn-Martins doesn't get much downtime. And when she does, she wishes to relax in a home that's built for a family, but makes the most of the beautiful setting.
Wow, what a view. That must be something to wake up to every morning.
It is quite spectacular, eh, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. You're a man of many talents, decor designer and an architect. I mean, you're responsible for this beautiful home.
We were lucky enough. So architecture is our first passion. We designed the house and then the interior kind of flowed naturally from there.
What were some of the challenges when building this beautiful home?
Chris, we had quite a unique setting. So it was an alteration addition. So we inherited quite a beautiful, small, low-slung house. And then the challenge was, how do you add to this? So the garden was quite crucial. We had to maximize the garden. But then again, you want to capture the view, and you want to create kind of a container that reflects this absolute amazing view.
I see that you were able to keep a lot of the copy literally in a part of the design.
Because all these beautiful stone walls was actually here. So all the retaining walls are stone walls from the copy, and that was kind of the basis for the design. So we kept the original stone fireplaces, and we decided, let's use that as a landscape. So everything outside the house is stone, and then the house is this beautiful textured plaster. So there's quite a clear line about architecture and then the landscape.
And of course, a beautiful home is nothing without a fantastic stoop, probably one of the best I've been on.
We decided to do something right in the treetops. You can see now the late afternoon sun. You can have a braai, you can have dinner, and it only gets better at night. Quite special sunsets here.
I love how you've incorporated almost all of the elements. I mean, you've got the rock that you just spoke about, the water that's so soothing in the background. You're talking about the fireplace, and then, of course, the wind in your hair here with this beautiful view.
You can't ask for anything more, hey?
Absolutely not. Another very interesting dynamic is the artwork and what that adds to a beautiful home.
Chriselle, we decided from quite early on that, we'll use art. As you enter the stairs, you need a focal point. And we worked around the sculpture. So it's quite a nice backdrop to the garden. And it always adds another dimension to the architecture and the interior.
Built on a 3,200 square metre plot, the sprawling home features 2 lounges and 4 bedrooms, split over 2 main levels.
Chris, this is the study. So quite a nice tranquil space, and we've combined old pieces that Ronette had and then modern moments. Quite a quiet space that you can sit and work quietly. We kept the old stonework, which is quite a strong feature, and then combined that with beautiful new modern screed floors.
The amalgamation of the antiques and the modern furniture is really intelligent.
That was quite a challenge, you know, so I always like it when you incorporate existing pieces from the client with new modern pieces.
It's absolutely beautiful. Looking from the entrance over here, you've created a fantastic depth of field where you can see right to the end of the home.
Chris, we decided that literally when you stand at the front door, why not look right through the house up to the copy, and then you're welcomed by that view.
Ronette loves to entertain and to prepare meals for her 2 sons, Yaku and Tian, and their friends. So, an open-plan kitchen and dining area was important to her.
What a dining room, hey?
Absolutely. Your client definitely seems to be an entertainer.
One of the interesting pieces is this dining room table. So this was some of the old roof beams, rafters, that we reused. We made this wonderful modern table. We kept that beautiful old stone fireplace. Quite a nice spot to entertain. And again, it opens up to the covered terrace, and you're inside the treetops, eh?
The fact that the dining room, the kitchen, and the balcony are joined is superb.
This was quite a design brief from Ronette, that the kitchen is the central component. So you can cook, you can prepare, and you can have direct contact with your guests.
And of course, the double volume ceilings adds to the spaciousness of the home.
Did you see the skylight? So
beautiful.
This is literally where we kind of joined the old building and the new building. And it was quite a nice moment to do that and get natural light in this 1.5 volume space.
As an anaesthetist, Ronette now spends much of her time working in hospitals. But she used to run a small landscaping business on the side with a friend when her children were younger. Gardening is in her blood, a passion she inherited from her green-fingered mother.
Ronette, you have such a hectic schedule, but how important was it for you to incorporate nature into your beautiful sanctuary?
I came to a garden with nothing but stone, but the decision was easy. We've got this beautiful copy at the back, and to copy what was going on there and see the seasons falling over onto this side of the hill. Chris, the biggest challenge was to get the staircase here. I had no builder, no man wanting to take on the process.
Putting in the stairs required removing a huge rocky outcrop, and explosives couldn't be used as it was too close to the house. Fortunately, they were able to painstakingly chisel through with an axe to the point where they could build 25 steps to the top.
It all comes together in simplicity. I wanted to keep the garden simple, not wanting to distract from nature and all the beautiful things that happen around us. And yeah, it almost evolved by itself.
Despite all the challenges Joe overcame to help create Ronette's dream space, he's most proud that 4 years after the house has been built, she still calls to say she's discovering new aspects of its beauty at different times of the day.
No way! Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, it does. This view is absolutely spectacular.
Chris, this is what I wake up to every morning.
We decided to not compete with this amazing view, so we used natural oak, grey oaks, and we created this mock concrete on the wall, so the greys kind of complement the sky. And that was quite important to create this calm retreat for this busy client of ours. Not competing with the view, but just enhancing that with the colours and the tones we used here.
But the bedroom isn't the only room in the house that takes full advantage of the epic position.
Kristen, this is the bathroom with the view. So not only do you have the view to that side, but you've got this amazing view to the copy, and to top it off, a fireplace. Why not have a fireplace in the main bathroom?
A fireplace in the bathroom, what a fantastic feature.
We created quite a special feature, so literally the shower is a glass box. And we created the privacy by echoing the shadow on the wall by creating vinyl.
The vinyl transfer was done by graphic designer Nellie Thompson. we took the crow's nest route to meet Ronette's younger son, 25-year-old Tian. A keen cyclist, he's part of a band that have just recorded their first song.
So this is quite a special roof terrace. You literally have a 360 views. We've got the city on the back, we've got Sand in the front, we've got Northland on that side and Melville behind us.
Your mom works really hard, and I'm sure that when she's away, you really enjoy the space.
So no, they did an amazing job of making this house livable, partyable for a young guy like me. I absolutely reap the benefits of it, so I'll drink to that.
I couldn't have asked for anything more. Good company, a beautiful view, and a lovely drink to go with it. Cheers.
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 A stunning space with gorgeous views for days. Now that is the best of the good life.
Up next, we're invited to the Magaliesberg wedding of actor Clint Brink to his beautiful Miss Namibia bride, Steffi van Wyk.
Hanky actor Clint Brink married his Namibian model girlfriend Steffi van Wyk, a love connection he made on Instagram. Yes, ladies, you might be considering deleting all your other apps right now. And naturally, Top Billing was there to watch them walk down the aisle.
Steffi's fitness-focused snaps on Instagram caught Clinton's eye. After many likes and direct messages, it led to their romantic first date.
Well, that's the cool thing about social media is you can tell immediately if you're compatible with someone, if you have common interests. And judging from your posts and your pictures and what you say, you are the fittest couple in South Africa, if not the world.
Everything in life there will be like a vehicle, and the fitness for us is like the vehicle that sent us into a certain direction. One of the things that I admire about Steph a lot is the fact that when people see her, you know, they have a perception, and you know, also being Miss Namibia, it kind of creates like that, you know, pageant girly perception. And then when you speak to her, and then you understand her background in sport and what she's done, her talent and who she is, a crown is not enough to embody all of that.
I've done sports since I can remember, so him being into fitness really helps. It works for us. We work.
We work. And he's got a great voice too, because when it comes to an engagement, us guys are under serious pressure to make it very memorable for our lady. And he did just that, and it was right here.
There was a song that Jamie Foxx actually did on the Jamie Foxx show when his character got married to Fancy. It went something like this. No, it hasn't been years. Can't hold back my tears, 'cause I'm just so happy I'm standing with an angel today. No.
To combat wedding day nerves, Clint and Steffi enrolled for a series of relaxing and pampering spa treatments.
So speaking of all these fitness journeys, the time that I was in the best shape of my life, boxing match, I just come off Strictly Come Dancing. I was in your magazine, dude, and I thought, this is my moment. What do? They pair me next to you in mid-bodybuilding competition or something. All people can remember from that time is, John, you look good, but did you see Clint next to you on that page, bro? You stole my thunder completely. No one remembers when I was in the best shape of my life.
But you know what the great thing is, John, I'll be honest. Thank you firstly. But I must be honest, I've been following you as one. I know that you're someone that puts in everything, 100% in your work and stuff. You know, ultimately development aesthetically is one thing, but there's a lot of other things that you need to take care of. Your emotional health, your mental well-being, you know, and this is one of the things that Steffi and I, we really connect on that, and that's what we want to do through fitness at the end of the day, is helping people be the best version of themselves through everything. You know, because everything is interconnected. The way you eat, the way you sleep, the way that you interact with your environment ultimately.
They both love spending time in the great outdoors, so their venue was a game lodge in the Magaliesberg. The theme was elegant yet rustic, using a palette of autumn colours inspired by nature.
We chose the rock roses and aloes, all the succulents, because the bride comes from Namibia. We brought in the bling with the crystal bling onto the rock rose, which represents a little drop of water. We did floating balls. We've done glass, which is a natural element, with a touch of the bling, just to give it that sparkle.
Something else set to make a real impression on their guests was the beautiful three-tiered wedding cake. with its finishing touches of foliage.
Their theme is earthy and woody and lots of browns and soft greens. And Ellie here is a fine artist, and I said, go with it. And she gave us a little sketch.
Yes.
And they loved it, and you can give us the detail.
Yeah, so I decided to make a lovely little leaf texture at the bottom, just so it's not a very plain, white, boring kind of cake. So add lots of bronze, and then also I made all these sugar flowers, some lovely succulents and roses, just to go with the color theme, and then top it off with some bronze greenery and leaves to go with it.
Clint was getting prepped by his two best men, Steffi's brother, Russell van Wyk, and Clint's cousin, Jeff Manuel.
I've known Clint since forever, and I've never seen him this nervous. He's always quite confident, quite well planned, but yeah.
Yeah, this is new, man. Yeah, I know Clint will be the guy, the right guy for my sister, so yeah, that's how I feel.
Getting ready to sparkle in her custom-made gown, Steffi was almost ready to make her big entrance. But not before a quick toast with her bridesmaids.
You know, I know Steffi as, I think we've been through some of the hardest times together and some of the best times as well. And I think she's finally met her prince. This is just so meant to be, and we're so happy to celebrate it with her today.
She's the maid of honor. Her dress is totally different to the rest. And then there are leaves on the dresses because we went for an earthy theme. My own dress is the designer Salome Deploy. The material is from Paris. So yeah, I'm happy, it looks amazing.
With a degree in sports science and as a strength and conditioning coach for the Namibian under-20s rugby team, Steffi didn't need to worry about creating a bride body just for the big day.
To be my love, Clint Edgar Brink.
Clint Edgar Brink.
As he slipped the ring onto her finger, Clint Edgar Brink and his Namibian beauty queen were officially man and wife.
Clinty, I met him about 15 years ago and became very close friends very quickly, had a very deep bond. So I've known him for a long time, and he's one of my dearest and closest friends. As of last year, we were assigned to a local soap, and we play a married couple, which is so much fun.
Two wives could have proved disastrous for the distinctly wild photo shoot. But in the real world, friends and family were there to welcome Clint and his one and only Mrs. Brink.
I fell in love with Steffi the moment I met her. A heart of gold. One of the kindest spirits and souls that I've ever met, and I'm grateful that she has come into Clint's life more than anything.
Clint, if he's going to watch this, he'll deny it, but I actually trained him, so he's off physique. You know, the reason I don't have it is because I'm constantly training him in preparation for this day. But now that he's had his day, he's 15 minutes, he's married, I think I should focus on myself and work at it.
The couple were savoring every moment.
You know what one of my cousins actually said, he's like, look here, this day is gonna be over before you know it. You know, all of the stress and everything that you went through for the last 3-4 weeks, yeah, we planned this wedding in a month. The funny thing is you feel like time is standing still as well. And seeing Steffi walk through the forest in this beautiful dress, it's like a fairy tale, you know?
When Clint said his vows and he looked me in the eyes and I could see the honesty and the truth, my heart just melted. So yeah, I'm just the luckiest woman on earth to be married to this man that's got a heart of gold.
As the couple danced the night away, it was clear that they are both lucky in love.
Clint and Steffi, we wish you many more happy years to come. And that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Join us again next Thursday for the best of the good life. From all of us at Top Billing, it's good night and God bless.
Next Thursday, Jonathan takes on cricketer, now author, A.B. de Villiers.
Give me a bat, let me see if I can smash A.B. out the park here.
And gets put to work in a new gourmet popcorn store.
There's nothing happening. Clearly my gun's aren't big enough for this job.
Plus we get soulful with Muso Lindelani Mkhize as he celebrates his 50th.